I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
It's a Matt once again as I try to adjust the microphone. I never get it right. Hope you guys are doing well. There's another request, paid request for Frame by Frame. Thank you so much for that. For those who want to send in requests, feel free to send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And I have the microphone a little bit higher because some people said that was a bit too low. So now it'll probably be too high. And I'm like a minute in, I'm not talking about this. Stranger Things Season 3, Episode 1. Now, if you don't know, I've seen and talked about the first two seasons of Stranger Things. I do think the show is okay, although a tad overrated. While I do think it has some nice cinematography, some really solid music, not just the score, but song choices, a very solid cast, the acting, I would say, is one of the better parts of the show. On the flip side, I don't think the stories are that original or unique, or the nostalgia seems to outshine the creativity of the story. And there's certain moments, certain writing of characters that I go, what, really? And there's certain supporting characters that I just wish, do they need to be here? Like the one kid, Mike's older sister. Never liked that character. So, what is this season about? Based on the first episode, you have, of course, the 80s. So you have the Soviets, the Russians, the Cold War. The Soviet rivals have their own lab. They're also opening up a doorway to the upside down world. And things are slowly ratcheting up. Meanwhile, it's a year later since last season, and man, these kids have grown. I mean, they have aged. I mean, it's been a year, but it feels like it's been 3 or 4 years by how different the characters like act and seem like and look for the most part. I guess that's the point of getting older. As Mike and Eleven, they're kissing a lot. They can't stop kissing. The sheriff, David Harbour's character, once again being a dumbass and an asshole. It sounds like anytime I start to like this character, they bring it down. They did that in Season 2. By the end of Season 1, I'm liking the character. Then, bring it down Season 2. Then, okay, I'm starting to like the character again. Oh, till we maybe get into more of the friendship between Eleven and David Harbour's character, now that they reached an agreement at the end of Season 2, now that they reached an understanding, they had a decent heart-to-heart at the end of Season 2. Can we see that flourish as his father-daughter? No. He is upset that they're kissing, and remember Fat Thor, that piece of shit thing in Avengers Endgame? Oh, he's fat and he's sitting eating Tostitos, watching Magnum PI. Do you get it? It's nostalgia. And then he's like, no, I don't like these people kissing. I don't like them kissing. And then he threatens the kid Mike. Doesn't really say how he threatens him. And so Mike can't see 11 anymore. And so yet again, another stupid thing to have these two characters break away. And I'm like, oh my fucking god, man, come on, really? Like, really? After all that happened at season 2 and at the end, really? Now, the cast, the acting's not the problem. Winona Ryder, nice to see her again. I like that they have her still remembering Sean Astin's character, who was one of the bright spots of season 2. I like the introduction to the mall. Makes sense. Malls were a big thing. Very nostalgic. I miss the mall, since a lot of them sadly are not down because of online. In a weird way, this is doing where the mall, the popularity of it is knocking down small businesses. So maybe for some, that's deemed serendipity. And then some. But it's cool to have the mall motif and environment. It's cool. The nostalgia stuff makes it fun. But how much can you get by nostalgia for nostalgia's sake before enough is enough? And that's kind of the question you get into when you end season 3. I'll repeat. How much can you get by nostalgia for nostalgia's sake before enough is enough? And yes, nostalgia. They're going to watch Day of the Dead. You actually see footage of Day of the Dead. They're watching the opening, where Laurie Cardille is touching the calendar and the arms go through. But is it me, or does this seem sillier from the get-go? Like a sillier season? I don't know, just the vibe, the tone of it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like a sillier version of the first 2 seasons. Like the one guy who was a complete asshole in season 2, Billy, he's a lifeguard. He seems like the character from Stephen King's It, Henry Bowers, but if he looks like Zac Efron and he's hitting on the moms and he's walking all tough as a lifeguard. The first time we see Max and 11, Max is singing Corey Hart's Never Surrender? Not the Never Surrender from Kickboxer, the other Never Surrender. Never surrender. Again, the David Harbour getting fat, eating, I was going to say Cheetos, but Tostitos. Watching Magnum PI. The one guy, Steve, who was lighting in season 2, now he's a goof. They got him in a goofy outfit, working in an ice cream parlor, trying to hit on chicks. I was going to go to college. And so I don't know about it, man. I don't know. Like I said, the mall location is cool. Change of pace. There's some nice gore stuff where at the very beginning with the Soviet rivals, this explosion happens and the bodies melt. And then cut to, in this town, rats are in a certain area and they start exploding. And from what I understand, there's a lot of body melting conglomeration. Like, John Carpenter's The Thing type of body horror type of thing, which is nice. Not too bad. The girls, they're starting with that fucking girls drool, no, girls rule, boys drool. The Max girl, yes, I'm obviously perfect. And Dustin is, Lucas. Lucas, who's the boyfriend, he just an idiot who doesn't know anything. You drank all my water, so he spits all the water back in the canteen and hands it to the Max girl. I'm like, okay, there's not having a girlfriend, and then there's common fucking sense. Common fun fucking sense tells you don't spit your water back in the fucking canteen. Like, they're making him an idiot. I hope this isn't one of those, well, the girls rule and the boys drool that they're putting into fucking Stranger Things. I've had enough of that shit. With Brie Larson and Amber Heard and other bullshit. The one kid, Dustin, he went away to camp. He's come back. He gets the idea that people have their own things and girlfriends to deal with while he has his ham radio. And supposedly a girlfriend back at he met at camp. The one kid, Will, he has like nothing other than his spidey senses tingling. I guess the one kid, Mike's mother, is a fucking slut because she's ready to bone the Billy, the asshole. Again, it just seems, first impression, is becoming a little bit sillier, parody. I mean, I love movies from the 80s that feature the Russians as villains. Rambo 2, Rambo 3, Rocky 4, or when they're the hero, Red Scorpion, Spetsnaz. But to have the Russians, I mean, this is the 80s, but certain things that happen, like you have this almost Russian Superman. Again, why do I have the feeling this feels like a sillier show compared to the first two seasons? Because that's not really a word I ever used with silly. And again, David Harbour's character, like they build him up, then they make him unlikable again. It's like we have nothing else to do with this character. How do we find a way to make him an asshole? we did that in season 2, now we're doing that in season 3. How the fuck did he get to be sheriff? He shows someone naked pictures of B. Arthur while he's slathered in fucking jello running down Wall Street in the middle of the street naked, butt fucking aardvarks in the middle of a goddamn highway, singing Kumbaya fucking Ya to the tune of Fight to Survive, Kumite Kumite. Did he fuck a predator with his spear gun? Like, did he take naked pictures of Xenomorph and then the Xenomorph, so he didn't get canceled, to spit his fucking ass's blood to all of David Harbour's enemies? I don't fucking know. Does it seem like he doesn't deserve the fucking job? This is a dumbass. So again, like, Will, nothing to him. Dustin, he's lonely, walkie-talkie. Lucas seems like an idiot to worship at the altar of Max the pussy lady. Well, that's Max, like, worship the pussy. I mean, hey, wait a few years and then maybe you can. I don't know, just pussy whipped. That's what I'm getting at, pussy whipped. Mike, he loves to kiss Eleven. Eleven, she loves to kiss Mike. I just, like, the acting's not bad. The rats exploding, a little bit of body horror, not bad. And the nostalgia, like the Day of the Dead references, not bad. But that's, I would say, of the first 3 seasons, this is the one where I went, I don't know. Well, I've been told Drill Sergeant's got me by the ball. I don't fucking know. I don't know. This doesn't seem like my cup of tea. I don't just. Yeah. I mean, I think the first 2 seasons are okay. This really does feel like a show that has run its course. And now they're doing season 4. As these kids are getting older. And again, how much can you bank on nostalgia? Nostalgia is nostalgia, but I got nostalgia everywhere in my room. Again, I just don't know if the story and the way certain characters... I don't know, man. I don't know. That's like my answer. I don't know, man. I got a bad feeling. Got a bad feeling. I don't know what people's thoughts are on season 3. I don't know. Does it seem like a parody of the first two, or sillier, or what the fuck? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's still a decent looking show. The acting itself is not the problem. The music, the score, the technical aspects are usually not the problem, unless some CGI, which you didn't. Other than the beginning with the explosion at the Russian Soviet lab, there wasn't a lot of CGI to complain about. At least that, what the fuck is that highfalutin, ranty type of way that sometimes I do. Usually I do. So, I don't know. I mean, also, like, David Harbour's character, he's threatening Mike. I mentioned this about, don't date my daughter. Is it trying to make it seem as if this is funny? The Hopper's threatening Mike of dating his adoptive daughter? Is this supposed to be funny? To make it seem like it's funny? Which I don't know why it would be funny. I don't know. I don't know. So, with that said, not really the strongest first impression for me. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.